Okay, we're gonna play a little game to end out today's episode. Are you ready for this game? I haven't even told you what it is, but are
I
you
don't
ready?
I
Are
don't
you ready
even
to play a game?
I guess so. I feel like I'm
Okay,
in Saw right now.
you're in Saul. It is Halloween time, so okay. So we're playing a game. If you're listening on audio, you won't be able to necessarily see it, but basically, what you do is that we what's the word? We spin this wheel, okay,
Okay.
and on this wheel, you get five random things, not in a specific order, right? So like, it's going to be completely random. You get. We're starting off with golf clubs, so I'll kind of explain just a quick example of how it works. You spin, you get 7 iron. You have to rank 1 out of 5 where you would rank that as importance in your bag, your preference, whatever. But you don't know
Okay.
what comes next, right? So you don't know
Okay.
if I spend 7 iron and you say that's number one, but you have a different club that's preferred, whatever. So we'll see how it goes. But do you get the concept of it?
I think so.
Okay. And if we have to do any clarification in between, we'll do that. But once you make a selection, you cannot move that selection. So if you rank the pitching wedge number one, nothing else can be ranked ahead of that. And same thing goes for, if you rank at 5, it can't be moved up at all.
Okay.
All right. We'll
The
do this
Wheel
with
of
clubs
Doom.
first. The wheel of doom. The wheel of yeah, wheel of doom. We'll leave it at that. Okay. Spin number one is happening right now, and we are landing on the 7 iron.
7 iron.
Wow. Okay. So out of all your clubs in the bag, where would you rank the 7 iron 1 through 5? Your preference, everything. It's all your single, your ideas, your preference.
Okay, 1 through 5. I'd say that's a 4. I'd say that's 4. Not I don't pull the 7 iron very often, but when I do, I need it. That's the longer par three, or that's the set myself up for a good approach shot on a par five, so it's it has its place, but it's not it's not uber important.
Okay. So 7 iron 4. So, all right, let's remove that from the wheel. We're spinning again. A lot of clubs left on there, and we are now landing
Yeah.
on the three
Hybrid.
wood.
Three wood.
Three
Okay.
wood switched up
So
on us last. So, and this can be. Do you have a 3 wood in the bag?
I do have a three
Okay.
wood in the bag. I think
Okay.
I
So,
pulled it twice last season, so we're putting that at 5.
okay. Easy enough. Okay. All right. Next club. It's spinning. It's gone to the very end the last couple times, but it's looking like this time it is going to land on the 52-degree wedge.
52-degree wedge. So that'd be like that's the little gapper, right? That's like
Little gap.
an approach wedge.
Yep.
We're gonna say that we'll put that at 3.
3.
We'll put that at 3. Yeah.
Okay.
I got some other ideas for 1 and 2, hopefully. But yeah, I
Okay.
do I play the gap wedge pretty often. I like it for approach shots and around the green sometimes. So I that's one of my more frequently pulled clubs.
Okay. All right. So you've got the 52-degree or gap wedge. You've got the 7 iron at 4, and you've got the 3 wood at 5. So
Yep.
curious to see what you have in mind, but we'll go ahead and spin this. And it is spinning now. We are down to 10 entries left, and it is going to land on hybrid. Do you own a
Damn it.
hybrid in the bag?
Yeah, yeah. I pull that less than my 3 would.
This is where the game gets interesting, because if you're down, you think that you have the bottom three already picked out, but
Yeah,
then the hybrid comes along and steals the thunder a little bit. So you have to put it 1 or 2. I'm assuming you're going 2 on this
2. Yeah,
one. Okay.
yeah.
Now, in the world, real quick, in the world that you could have these, actually, we'll save that for. Let me save that question. We'll just move on to the
Okay.
next one. Okay. Final
Come on.
spin
Come
going
on,
on.
driver.
Lot,
I want
lot.
driver or 9 iron right now.
Ooh, 4 iron.
Hey, so let me let me talk myself into this a little bit. I need the punch shot, you know? I need the punch shot in my
Yeah.
game. Uh, is yeah. Uh-huh. Sure.
So, so it ended up that you have the 4 iron, the hybrid as your top two clubs. You have the
Mhm.
52 degree, you have the 7 iron as your fourth, and then you have the 3 wood as your fifth. So now let's do a little bit of revisionist history here.
Yeah.
In the world that you could have changed this up, what would be your true ranking out of those clubs?
Out of those clubs, it would probably be the wedge 1,
Okay.
2 7-iron, 3 4-iron. It basically go in order of distance. So
Okay.
4 3 or 4 hybrid and 5 3 wood.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Um, well, we are going to do this for me real quick and see if I can do a little better. So let's see. We got the first spin, and I am going to off the top get the 4 iron. It appears, unless
Nice.
something. Okay, 4 iron. Um, Out of avoiding what happened with Teed,
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna go 4 on that one. Four
That's a
iron,
good
fourth
spot for it.
spot.
Yeah.
I think that's a solid spot. All right, spin number two, and we are going to 3 wood, 3 wood, 3 wood. It's looking like okay, it's 3 wood.
3 wood.
I'm gonna surprise you here, Teed.
Okay.
3 wood is actually gonna be. I don't know if I go conservative or aggressive on it because I don't know what's going to happen, but I actually do like my 3 wood. I use it in a lot of scenarios. I use it off the tee mostly because I've had issues with my driver, and I know some people may not agree with that, but I see a lot more consistency with it so
There you go.
far. Scott's going to help us out, but I think I think I'll be a little aggressive and put that number two.
That's good.
Little aggressive, but I'm going to
I
put that
like
number
that.
two. All
Especially
right,
if you play it, that's a good spot
exactly.
for it.
I love that club. Okay, spin number three. I got a 6 iron. Pretty happy with that. Um, I don't want to put it number one. I think I'm
Okay.
gonna put it. I probably would have put it number two, but I'll put it number three.
Okay.
So I'm leaving some space for 1 and 5. All right, next spin.
That's a good approach.
Ooh, 52 degree.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
You need a wedge.
I need a wedge, but my problem with 52 degree is I've had some like weird distance things go on with it. Like it hasn't been my most consistent. I think that's part to do with my swing, which is again why we're getting it fixed.
Mhm.
Um, I have some, I have 2 clubs in mind, actually 4 clubs in mind out of the remaining that I would be happy with being number one. So because that's the case, and I'm just playing the odds here, I think I'm going to put the 52 degree at 5,
Okay.
unfortunately. So,
Okay.
all right, final spin for the clubs for me, and
Big
I
money,
might
big money,
put it.
big money, no whammies.
Let's go. Oh, okay, okay. It landed on 7 iron. That was what I was wanting. 7 iron. When you ranked it, um, when you ranked it below what I thought, when you put it towards the bottom, I was a little disappointed. 7 irons like my favorite club. I love
Okay.
pulling it out. Do I pull it out the most out of all my clubs? Probably not, but it's all reliable. If I'm
Yeah.
just having a bad round, I know that I can hit my 7 iron fine. I think that's like a common thing for people for the most part.
Mhm.
So happy with that. I'm happy with that rankings. I played the odds a little bit and
That's
got seven
good.
iron number one. I'm pretty happy with my list. I think I might have put 6 iron over 3 wood, but outside of that, I'm pretty happy with how everything lined up.
You're just like, you're like Roy McAvoy, Tin Cup. Just give me that 7-iron, you'll be all right.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. The game doesn't stop here. We're going to go to a different category for this.
Oh, I get it now. Oh
We're going to
boy.
go over to golfers. So Teed and I were talking just random golfers. We found 21 of them. We were just thinking through and wrote them out. You're gonna have to do the same thing. All time, legacy, everything involved. Rank your
Okay.
top 5 golfers without knowing the next golfer.
Okay.
Again, a very, very random list. This is iteration number 1. So, Teed, first spin is going right now. 21
Okay.
golfers to choose from. And you are with the first selection, you
Ooh.
have Justin Thomas.
Ooh. Okay. So Justin Thomas, multiple major winner, absolute stud, still in the game right now. I like him moving forward. We're gonna go. We're gonna go with 3, just because of the other
3.
names on this list. Yeah, I think he's a
Okay.
good middle ground. There's room under and there's room above.
There is. Okay. All right. Next spin. 20 golfers left. And we are going to land on. Ooh. We almost got Tom Hem, but we were going to get Rory McIlroy.
Almost. Okay. Rory, same thing. You, I'm gonna put him at 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna put him at 2. He's a stud, multiple time major winner. Hasn't won the green jacket yet. Doesn't have the career Grand Slam. There's some guys on here that have. So,
Okay.
with that in mind, I think he's a good number 2.
Fair assessment. Okay. Next spin. A lot of good and bad names still on this
Some
list.
not very good.
Oh.
Okay.
It was between Ian Poulter and Sergio Garcia, and it landed on Sergio.
Regardless, that's 4. Serge is 4.
Okay. Okay. He does have the green jacket.
Poulter would have been 4 as well.
Okay. So you're leaving room for the
Yep.
front and back. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next spin. We got 18 golfers left on this. And we are going to land on Bubba Watson. That's a tough one, I feel like.
That is a tough one because I like Bubba too. Like he was kind of the guy I looked at growing up. I thought he was fun, cool pink driver, whatever. You know what? I'm going to put him at 5. I'm going to put him at 5. I know. I just don't think he's the number 1 here, especially with some of the names still on the list. Yeah, he's won a couple majors. He's won a major twice.
Yeah.
But other than that, how many career wins does he have? Is it like under 10? Do we know?
That's a good question. Let's do some Google search. Well, he has 12
He has 12. Ooh, okay.
PGA Tour victories.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. But he went to
He has
LIV.
14 professional wins total, but 12 of them come on the PGA Tour. So that's clearly the majors there, making up the other 2. But yeah, he is on LIV.
Okay. So yeah, I'm putting him at 5, and hopefully I get a stud for number 1.
There's still some non-studs on this list. So.
There are. So yeah.
All right. 17 golfers left. We're doing the final spin for Teed, and we're gonna see what happens from. Oh no! Almost got Tom Kim.
Almost. That would have been an easy number 1.
Landed on Brooks Koepka. You have to go with him number 1. Okay. Yeah. So with that being said, you have Brooks 1, Rory 2, JT 3, Sergio 4, and Bubba 5. What adjustment would you make if you were to make one?
I'd flip Bubba and Sergio. I'd flip Rory. Rory would be 1. Brooks would be 2. JT, no. Rory 1, JT 2, Brooks 3, Bubba 4, Sergio 5.
Okay. Solid list. You you were in good position prior to the Brooks. You played you were hoping for. There's a lot of good names left on this list. You were hoping for one of those, but unfortunately got one of the I would consider bottom tier of the remaining. So okay, I'm not loading in the names that you just had. We're gonna do this again, but without the names that you already have. So I'm going from the 16 remaining, which is a lot, and I think it's going to be even more even more challenging. So, all right, first
Okay.
spin. First spin is going to go to Tony Finau.
Tony Finau.
Okay. Tony, I think to most people would be an easy number 5 if you saw this entire list.
Yeah.
I think that based on everything, I think that I'm going to have to go with him 5 as well. I'm just looking
Yes.
at all the names. Again, all respect to Tony, he's finally winning some, but there's a lot of major champions left on this list. So
That's a good spot.
Okay, spin number 2. 15 golfers left. Random, very, very random. And I am going to, oh my goodness. Wow.
Oh, you lucky boy.
Last second, it was between Poulter and Jordan Spieth. Man, I'm really between 2 and 3 on this one.
Yeah.
Legacy, I mean, he has a lot of previous success. It hasn't been the best lately, but it hasn't been terrible either. Like, he's still in the conversation. I think I'm going to put him 3 just because of who's left. I mean, we're talking Tigers left on this list, Jack Nicklaus, like Arnold Palmer. There's a lot of good names here. So I think I'm going to have to go Spieth 3.
I like that.
See what happens from here. Okay. Spin number 3, 14 golfers left.
I want to see Victor Hovland be your 1.
Oh no, it's going to happen. Gosh,
the shark. I
got Sharky. Greg Norman. He's an easy number 4 for me. I think that, again, all respect to Tony Finau, but if we're talking about career, I think Greg Norman has a little more impressive career than Tony Finau. So
yeah, he's also single-handedly destroying professional golf as we know it. But that's okay, regardless.
Right. I do have to consider. You're right. I do have to consider his legacy. It's more than just his on the course stuff. Okay. So Greg Norman, number 4. I still have the top 2 spots. I'm happy about it, but there are a couple of golfers on here that I would not be happy with. Let's go with one of the last spins.
Come on, Poulter.
And, this is easy. This is easy.
Regardless.
Wow. Last second, it goes to Jack. I mean, I don't think I'm going to get Tiger after that one, so I just have to go with Jack, number 1.
Oh yeah.
That was the easiest combination I could have had. So, okay. Let's see if I'm happy with number 2 and if this is how I would truly rank it. And am I gonna? No, I'm not. Wow, that would have
been good.
So I get Ian Poulter. It was almost Tiger. It was very close to becoming Tiger Woods. So
that would have been cool.
Okay, so my list is Jack, number 1. I'm happy with that out of this list. Ian Poulter, number 2. I would put him at the bottom at number 5. So I would move Spieth up. I would move, again, Greg Norman. Unfortunately, I'd put him at 3. And then I would put Finau and Poulter 4 and 5. So
I like
happy
that
overall, but okay. All right, we have just a little bit left. You want to do these last 11 together?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, we have still a lot of good golfers on here. Tiger, Phil, Ricky, Tom Kim, Dustin Johnson, Kevin Kisner, Cam Smith, Arnold Palmer, Scotty Scheffler, and Vijay Singh. So a lot. Going to get even a little harder here. So
this could be contentious.
It's going to be contentious. All right, the wheel is spinning, and we are going to land on Dustin Johnson.
Okay.
I want your thoughts first. What do you think?
Okay. My thoughts first. If it was one of our spins, I'd put him probably 2 or 1 with all the other people on the board. But given the caliber of player here, I think he would fit pretty good at 3. Okay. I think 3 is probably a good start, even though I think when he was at his prime, he was probably the best golfer to ever touch a golf club in the history of the world, based off his pure ability. But as far as wins and everything else, I think he's good for 3 with this list.
Yeah, I would definitely lean 2, but I can meet you at 3 for the same reason. So we'll go ahead and chalk them up there, and we'll go ahead with the next spin. All right. And we are going to get Ricky Fowler.
Yeah.
Teed.
Ricky. 5.
Yeah, I think out of who is remaining on this list, there's only one
Yeah.
player I'd put Ricky ahead of. So we'll go Ricky number 5. Okay. Spin number 3. We got 1, 2, and 4 still open. Dustin Johnson at 3 and Ricky Fowler at 5. And we are going to land on, I've never interviewed with Alan Shipnuck, Phil Mickelson.
Phil Mickelson. You know what? I want Phil at 2.
Okay. I agree.
I want Phil at 2.
100% agree. He has too long of a career prior to LIV. That was great to be ranked below Dustin Johnson, but I do not believe that he deserves number 1 based on who's left on this list, but we'll see if that works out for us. Okay. 1 and 4 spot open. We're spinning for the fourth time. And we are going to land on, ooh, this is interesting. Arnold Palmer.
That is interesting. It's got to be 1, right? It can't be 5.
It can't be 5. No, it would be 4. It would be 4.
It'd be 4. Okay.
It would be 1 or 4. My case here is that
don't tell me you're even thinking about putting Mr. Palmer at number 4. That's Mr. Palmer, sir. But he has a legacy.
Teed, if we spin and get Tiger Woods, you were putting Tiger below Phil Mickelson and Dustin Johnson.
Yeah. Because Arnold Palmer, Mr. Palmer is in the number 1 spot.
All right. I think that I am only agreeing here because there is the chance that we get a Kevin Kisner, Victor Hovland.
Exactly.
And, again, all respect to Tom Kim, but there's those guys still on the board and Scotty Scheffler. So, yeah. Okay. Final spin. Did it pay off for us? It looks like it's paying off for us. Wow. Perfect. Shout out to Teed. We got Kevin Kisner. He's going into the 4th spot. Yeah. I think that's very fitting for that. And our list ended up at Arnold Palmer, Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, Kevin Kisner, and Ricky Fowler. Any adjustments that you would make to that list now that we've rolled or spun all 5?
I'd probably flip Ricky and Kisner.
Yep.
Just because didn't Ricky beat Kisner for his only big win at the Players?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think in the playoff, I think that's who he beat. So that's kind of natural there.
I think they have very not similar careers, but very when you look at the wins and just overall, they're very similar tier of golfer. I think Ricky gets the famous card on this one a little bit, where he's a little more well known in the golf world than Kevin Kisner, just due to his brand deals and all that. But
just his general orangeness.
His general orangeness, yes, yes, for sure. So. All right. Well, that we'll do these a lot more for fun.
I like that.
Play some games. So, any final thoughts on today's episode before we end it out?